the Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now here's Moore. Swings it out to his running back. There he goes. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
Wrestled out of bounds at the 26, a huge pickup on the ground.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The run inside. It's Davison. Here's a little room there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Throwing more. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Jackson. Got enough for the first. Turns it on in midfield. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's number 2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
So now it's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Throwing, say it. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
From the gun on third down, say it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right, and if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He was looking for running room, but they get him down to the 28, and now they are set up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, say it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Ducks. The defense putting points on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Jackson. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Zayn. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to run it across the 45. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Zayn. Makes the catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. The offense changing the play. Zayn from the gun on third down. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Buckeyes come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
Here's Zayn to throw. Under fire. Makes the grab on the back. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll go play action with Zayn. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Buckeyes are in the red zone. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on third down, say it. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field. Game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dante Moore. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football. They're just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll try to pound their way in. And he breaks the plane. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. Slithers into space. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
The one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Say it. Oh, they're after him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Defense comes up with a huge stop and maybe forcing them into a field goal attempt. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a seat.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Buckeye! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Ohio State 30, Oregon 13.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Griffin. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Moore. Finds us back in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately
makes the grab in their space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Moore will throw. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Coming out with it, it's Cross. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running inside, it's Jackson. He's got 99 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Here's Julian saying to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's more to throw. Got the quick pass. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was in that last one.
4th down, Moore. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. That'll pull them back to within 6. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 8 team, the Michigan Wolverines.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Going to run it. It's Jackson. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. Given 109 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Throwing more. It's caught. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Now here's more. Right on the money. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Ducks had this offense rolling. The run inside. It's Griffin.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Zings it complete to the right. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On the ground, it's Hill. Not much room. They pick up a... down to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dante Moore. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Trying to keep the drive alive. He makes the stop, and they'll have it in the red zone after converting on 4th down.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on it, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Moore. It's complete. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The Ducks want to move quickly. Moore to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about.
The extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Jackson. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, say it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Give to the back. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Ducks, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So first down will open up the final period. Looking for a gap. It's Griffin. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Right back to the well. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They move on top here in the fourth. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's second in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
They'll give it to him again. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing, say it. Pressure coming, and they got it.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Jackson. Maybe a crease. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
They'll move the tight end. Sayin from the gun on third down. He lofts one down the sideline. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Ohio State! The Buckeyes with an answer.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Turning it on, picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort, nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. At the 45, on his way. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Here's Moore to throw. He's got him. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside, it's Griffin. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Throwing more. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll run it from the gun. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Ducks with the answer.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he's showing all of those attributes right there.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And they really haven't put the ball in his hands and said, go win the game. Like, it's kind of been balanced. But this offense, down the stretch, this is a great indication for this offense because he's making a play through the air in a big moment. Gonna need more of it.
Sayin. Here's a throw downfield late. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
It's complete to the left.
And that's a big throw by this young man. Like, listen, late in the football game, you've got to make plays. He's been a little bit up and down, but they got to give him the rock. They're going to trust him. Let's see what he can do late in this football game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty at 2nd and 7. Here's Sayin to throw. Stepping to the right. Hauls it in. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? That's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the
going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The Buckeyes with an answer.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime, or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
Quick completion on the out route. He will not make it to the end zone. The two-point conversion attempt fails, and they are still down by one here deep in the game. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.